Hello traders, this is my nightly video 2/14 of 17, and I did an earlier video, but get a chance, watch that real quick too. These are not trade recommendations, so be sure and do your own Q&A and take it on your own risk, because I'm not taking it on for you. And let's see what other thing. Oh, follow me at Gumby9662C if you get a chance. And at the bottom of the video, when I'm done, be sure and hit like if you like it. And I do appreciate all the comments you can. I'm out here to learn just like the rest of you, okay? And I know a lot of you are much smarter than I am. Okay, guys, what we got going on today, after Yellon spoke, and I listened to some of what she had to say, and I'm telling you, she's really wanting to have an interest rate hike in March. So, I think it's going to happen. So, at any rate, what we saw today, financials catching a real good bid. And surprisingly, the healthcare sector was catching a good bid. I think it had a lot to do with Gilead came out with some positive results on something, a drug or something last night, and that spiked Gilead up. And one of the guys in my room, he loaded up on that yesterday, so he's smiling really good. And he's really good on those biotechs, so I love having that guy in my room. But at any rate, some other things were going. The dollar was higher, so that was impacting the materials. XLB, that's the second worst sector today. But you know, it just marginally lower anyway. But a stronger dollar is going to be normally impact your materials. XLU, we had higher interest rates. 10 extras rocking because of the what Yellon's doing. So utilities, we're probably starting another leg lower in utilities here. And so those are the four sectors that are really moving today. But also remember, your consumer staples should lag if interest rates do catch a sustained bid here. So, and I noticed Coca-Cola was really taking it on the chin today. News out today, General Motors, some sort of unit over in Europe, which they have a partial ownership in, decided to merge with one of their competitors in Europe without even discussing it with General Motors. So that was a little bit of a hee-haw going on today. So, but at any rate, the automotive's got a nice little quirk on that. Despite higher interest rates, home improvement retailers, I guess her positive comments that spiked the Lowe's and Home Depot area. So keep that in mind. And the apparel stocks, which were left for dead, they continue to get a short squeeze. So an area that was relatively strong today, that was the Brewers Beer and stuff. And you can see here's the top performers today. So there must have been some news out in this sector here. So just keep that in mind. That is a consumer staple, so I was kind of surprised to see that popping today. Casinos were the main big popper this morning from China, but they immediately just tanked the casino space this morning, and they caught me in Wynn Resorts. I lost some money on that one. But Thursday, MGM Resorts, it's reporting earnings, so keep that on your radar for a potential pop in that. Yandex, a Russia stock, is reporting Thursday. And then another big one would be Charter Communications and Duke Energy. And I don't want to forget Alexion Pharmaceuticals. So that one there's been catching a pretty good bid too. So Deere's been on a holy tear this entire quarter. And I tell you right now, with the way corn prices are going right now, I have to wonder if Deere can keep up with the higher guidance which they're putting out there. If we don't get a turnaround in these corn prices, I mean, how in the heck are they planning on to sell this equipment to farmers that are not going to be able to sell their corn for pennies on the dollar? So, and really the only other one that's really popular among people are Campbell's Soup. Okay, that's for Friday. For Thursday, here's some stocks that go ex-dividend Thursday. That means you have to own this before Thursday to get paid. Okay. Cable One, Buckeye Partners, UPS, Rockwell Automation, Phillips 66. Those are some of the main ones on top here. And then Friday, your top dividend payer is Prudential. And you got Sunoco. These others, JCOM. Okay. And real quick on our economic calendar, tomorrow there is a full ride. You got Consumer Price Index, which is probably going to be inflationary. Retail sales. And keep in mind, the retail stocks have rallied the past couple of days going into the retail sales number, which in my opinion is a likely miss. Now, if they miss, the whole retail space is probably going to bring the markets down. And what we typically do after Yellon speaks, the markets tend to sell off the next day. So really watch this if that happens. Now, if they beat on retail sales, great, we're all okay. But I'm not so sure about that. And then 9:15 we have industrial production, and they've been beaten back to back to back. So if that were to miss too, that would be another negative to draw the markets down. And 10:30 you have your petroleum inventories. And tonight after hours, the National Reserves, there was another build. Okay. And I think the crude is set up for some lower prices here. We just need some catalysts to move the markets lower. And boy, the markets are set to go lower if they can. Okay. Housing starts are Thursday. That's another red star event. Jobless claims and Philadelphia Fed. Okay. So just keep that stuff in mind. And then Friday, oh yeah. Your lending indicators, they're kind of an eventful Friday. A quick reminder, Time Warner Cable has their shareholder meeting tomorrow, so we could see some things in that stock tomorrow. There's two shareholder meetings there Thursday, Emerson Electric and Wendy's. Where's that at? Wendy's. Yeah, Wendy's is here. There it is, right there. Wendy's is having their investor day, so that could goose up Wendy's as a fast food restaurant. And then Friday, Mattel, which had some really good guidance, so it's likely to get a goose on the stock's likely to go up Friday for their meeting. And then we also have TD Ameritrade, so you keep that in mind. And Whole Foods, they had a horrible earning. It was one of the worst earnings calls that I've ever heard. So I don't have high hopes on that. But at any rate, that's a summary of the week and some of the stuff I'm seeing. Also, keep in mind, we do have finally some gold miners reporting tomorrow. So I am looking for shorts in the GDX and the junior gold miners. I think the stage is pretty well set to have some weakness in the gold space. That's all I got to say. Thanks a lot.